So, as I was saying, yeah, you can see the quality's way down. As I was saying, um, back in, let's see, how old was I? It was about 1999, the first attempt that was taken out on my life. And then whenever I was 14 years old, they did a cyber terror attack where they hacked into my accounts and stole my intellectual property and my physical property. These accounts were lost to me. They were under Wild Little Alicia. And then after that, I started getting emails and messages from people that were like, "Oh, that's my daughter's name. That's my daughter's name." And I was like, "Okay, that's fucking weird, but okay." So I developed a new character, started that at 14 years old, which you're allowed to start work at 14 with, with parental consent. So I developed this character, and the character was like a time traveler, shapeshifter type person. And along with that came a bunch of other intellectual and physical property under the name Twitching Dead Girl, which I've been using since I was 14. So for 25 plus years, these people have been hacking into my accounts and stealing my intellectual and physical property. Not only that, but they have also broken into the commercial building that I work out of, where me and my child worked and or lived in. They've hacked into my YouTubes, they've hacked into my emails, and they've done this multiple times, not only to me, but to my mother as well, frying multiple fucking devices, stealing from all of our fucking accounts. And that's one of the reasons why I left North Carolina to go do work in other areas whenever I was able to get up and move around and fucking work, without them fucking following. Even when they were following me, they were following me for all the fucking wrong reasons. They were following me to see about my fucking relationships. Not just my work relationships, but my personal and private relationships with other people. This was an issue as far as safety for me and my child. Because not only were they drawing attention to me personally, they were drawing attention to my accounts, which were also drawing attention to my child and my pets. Since I've been back here, they've killed my dog, they've killed my cat, they have cooked meth inside the commercial building where me and my child were living. Then her father proceeded to sexually assault me, degrade me, and tell me to clean out the building myself. Every time I would leave the building, they would steal my physical and mental health journal writing, my physical property, my intellectual property. They would damage things. They would throw trash around in here. And this has been a domestic terrorist and domestic violence situation. And it's something that I've been dealing with since I was, like I said, 14 years old. They used to call my home back whenever we were on the AT&T landline, and they would talk about my relationships, my personal, intimate goings on in those relationships, which means they were stalking me. Even back then, they were stalking me in public and in private. At one point, my family had gotten so involved in my private relationship that they involved all of the neighbors in the fucking stalking. And so the neighbors were taking photographs and videos of me with my significant others and having me stalked not just here but in other states, to report back to my family. about my relationships. And they would call and they would say things like, oh, she's doing this with them over here in this area, and she's doing, like, can you imagine, like, being that level of followed at an underage. I was not even 18. I was 16 years old whenever this started. 15 and 16 and 14 years old whenever this started. So I'm going to be posting from here for a little while. The quality's going to be down, and my phone, it hasn't decided whether it's fried or not yet. I had to message my best friend yesterday and call them all the way from fucking Michigan, because I knew they were going to try to do this fucking again. They've done it so many times, dude. So many fucking times over the fucking years. Like, how do you even fucking handle some shit like this? You know what I mean? Like, I can't. This place is so fucking bad. I literally had to run with my daughter because I could feel my life was in danger. My daughter's life was in danger. And then I even had to look at the police. I was like, I don't think you can fucking help us. And I looked at the fucking mental health person and I was like, I'm going to have to go in because I don't know what the fuck they're going to do this time. Like, it is not only, like, and I've had to go to the hospital before because of this fucking shit. Like, it is so mentally fucking distressing. It makes you want to fucking die. And I've had 60 attempts on my life over my intellectual and physical property. They put me in danger. They put my child in danger. This has been an ongoing thing since back in 1999. I have the fucking photos to prove to you. This has been an ongoing thing since 1999. A man literally had to get on an airplane and sit next to me. This was an ex-CIA agent who had to sit next to me on a fucking airplane to make sure I didn't get fucking kidnapped whenever we went over into Korea because we were leaving U.S. territories. That's how fucking bad this has been my entire fucking life. They have stolen from me non-fucking stop since I got here. The fucking middle school name is the fucking Pirates. And that's not just that's something they do. They literally pirate our fucking information and our fucking intellectual and physical fucking property, and they sell it for a profit without our consent. And this is something that I have dealt with since I fucking moved here. It has never felt safe to me in this fucking place. And I've said this so many times. Yesterday, I shit in a fucking jar. Because I'm scared to leave the fucking house right now until my goddamn court date because of the domestic violence and the domestic fucking terrorism that I have fucking endured at the hands of these goddamn people.